But let us argue it like this. First of all, for those who badly need it, I don't even think 25,000 is enough or is anything. That is my starting point. So therefore, maybe there should have also been a lot of pressure for people to say, no, give us more, not 25, give us 50. But to be honest, look at behind me. As we sit here, many of us may be having our children studying in these institutions. I don't think anybody sitting here who has a child, that child deserves the 25,000. I don't think anyone here can claim their child who is in the university should be getting this money and would fight to have it brought back. They don't deserve it because they have it, they can afford it for their children, but I'm sure they are probably, those children of ours would also be among those who are shouting, saying we must restore their 25,000. It is not correct. That's why, and it is a wider problem of our country. We have far more needs than the resources. This is a reality. You did not create that. I didn't either. That there are too many more needs than actually the resources we have to spend to resolve these problems. So we start rationalizing. We must rationalize and try to get the maximum out of the few resources we have. A while ago, somebody from KHI was telling us they are in a very bad shape with infrastructure. Well, what he was saying politely was, give us more money. Give us the infrastructure. So what did we do? And I'm surprised sometimes either people don't explain it properly, or even those who are being told are not listening. The 25,000 that people have been quarreling about endlessly, cumulatively, which adds up to something like 5 or 6 billion, right, has not been taken away from education budget. No. Not at all. That money is going on, should be used to fill gaps elsewhere, those areas that are a priority, are very important. in education of our children, the children of this country, without thinking about so-and-so, or so-and-so's son, or so-and-so's daughter, or what. No. Generally, and fairly, and equitably. This is why the decision was taken. It was part of that rationalizing and making sure that we cover some of the priorities. It wasn't because we intended to just remove this money or take away the money from the students and then cause misery to them and so on and so forth. It couldn't have been the intention. It can't be the intention. But we said, we are aware of very poor families, of students with specific problems that certainly would make them eligible to receive this money, and the idea is to identify them and for them to continue benefiting from this money, but not people who don't need it. And to be honest, it's not popular, it's not anything, but I associate myself strongly with that decision. And I have no apologies to make to anyone about that decision. However, I still have another responsibility, and that is making sure, we have to make sure that the process of identifying those needy students is actually carried out properly. Not again returning my children and the minister's children and others on the list because we can afford it. But there are people in our communities that cannot afford it, and they are the ones who deserve to get it. It's as simple as that. If we get means, as we want to, maybe even those others who don't need it, maybe we'll have it. I don't know. Right? You may not find it politically correct for me to say that, but that comes with my responsibility. That sometimes we have to take decisions that don't please everyone. In fact, I haven't found decisions that please everyone. But if they are right decisions, we have to make these decisions. And we do it based on the interests of the majority of our people. And we will not hesitate to make such decisions. I also know, similarly, there is a problem of remuneration of lecturers. The remuneration is not as good as we would like it to be. That's a fact. But there are also efforts underway. The authorities and institutions concerned continue to explore various ways and possibilities through which we can keep narrowing this gap that exists. And we will continue and make sure that the problem progressively is addressed. And these ways include to explore diverse income-generating schemes or activities that can complement some of these government efforts.